Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. My prediction. In my opinion, Izzy Adesanya is going to beat Pereira. And not only is he going to beat him, I believe it will be a technical knockout. Why? If we look at their kickboxing fights from the past, we can see that Pereira beat Adesanya twice. But that's very misleading. If we look at the first fight, it was a decision victory for Pereira. However, in the first and in the third rounds of the fight, Adesanya was completely dominating. He was clearly the better fighter. So, in my opinion, it was a complete robbery. Adesanya should have won that fight. However, the judges gave it to Pereira. But if we look at the fight, we can see that Pereira fought with a very traditional kickboxing style. His hands were up, he was blocking most of the punches and kicks with his hands, while Adesanya was very loose. He was moving very well, avoiding most of the punches, slipping, using his footwork, attacking from different angles, from different positions. It was clear that Adesanya was a step further. It was clear that Adesanya was the better fighter in that first fight. In the second one, yes, it was a knockout victory for Pereira, but let's look more closely. The first round, I would give it for Pereira, for sure. But in the second one, Adesanya was completely dominating. And actually, Pereira got an 8 count, so Pereira was badly hurt. Adesanya was throwing a lot of punches. There was zero defense by Pereira, and that's when the referee came and stopped it and gave that 8-second count to Pereira. And he managed to recover very quickly, and then in the third round, phenomenal punch, phenomenal uppercut hook, which knocked out Adesanya on the chin. Very well placed, fair play, great done, phenomenal job by Pereira. But in that second round, we saw that Adesanya was completely dominating. He was throwing punches from all angles, very hard punches, very damaging punches, and Pereira could not defend himself. And if that was an MMA fight, in a real fight, without that referee stopping the fight and giving that 8 count, it would have been a finish. It would have been a technical knockout finish for Adesanya. I believe that Adesanya is the better fighter. I believe that Adesanya has more head movement. I believe that Adesanya attacks from various angles. I believe that Adesanya has a less traditional kickboxing style. He's less predictable, which makes him very dangerous. So in my opinion, in an MMA fight where you have small gloves, where you cannot block anything with your gloves, I believe that Adesanya is going to dominate and beat Pereira. I believe that what happened in the second round, in the second kickboxing match, is going to happen also in the MMA fight. I believe that Adesanya is going to hurt Pereira, and then Pereira will have no answer to that, and eventually it will be a technical knockout finish. I'm sure they will not go to the ground. I'm completely sure they will not try to wrestle or any jiu-jitsu or any of that. But Adesanya's experience in MMA, which is 3 times bigger than the experience of Pereira, Adesanya's head movement, Adesanya's attacks from different angles, Adesanya's MMA style is just better. You know, I just believe that Pereira, although he is a phenomenal fighter, although we saw how he knocked out Sean Strickland, although we saw how he knocked out his opponent in his MMA debut in the UFC, still, I do believe that Pereira's style is less suitable for MMA in comparison to Adesanya's. So I believe it will be a technical knockout finish for Adesanya. I believe Izzy will hurt Pereira. Pereira will have zero answers for Adesanya's attacks, and I believe that Izzy is just going to finish him with a technical knockout. It will be a very competitive fight. There will be a lot of blood shed, but in general, I believe that Adesanya is the better MMA fighter, and we will see that in November. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Us!